We had a great time. We were doing the reading of Arthur Conan Doyle's The Hound, the Baskervilles, and both of us had never done a reading together.
That was great fun because we actually got down to reading the book again and together. So this time it was a shared experience, and it was nice because we were reading it out for an audience.
And I get to play Holmes. See? I was really good at Holmes.
It's a new iteration, you know. I would highly recommend Royal Guard.
Yeah, I'm going to go back with Enid Blyton and then
That's for everybody, that's it.
So it is evident that he's done a great amount of walking there.
perfectly sound.
And then again, there is the Friends of the CCH, which I should guess that to be something hunt. The local hunt to whose members he's possibly given some surgical assistance, and which has made him a small presentation in return.
Really, Watson, you excel yourself. It may be that you are not yourself luminous, but you are a conductor of light. Some people, without possessing genius, have a remarkable power of stimulating. I must confess, my dear fellow, that I'm very much in your debt.
He had never said so much before, and I must admit that his words gave me keen pleasure. He took the stick from my hands and examined it for a few minutes with his naked eyes. Then, with an expression of interest, he laid down his cigarette. Carrying the cane to the window, he looked over it, again with convex lens.
Interesting, though elementary.
Has something escaped me? I trust that it's nothing of consequence that I've overlooked.
I'm afraid, my dear Watson, that most of your conclusions were erroneous. Not that you're entirely wrong in this instance. I mean, the man is certainly a country practitioner, and he walks a great deal.
Then I was right.
To that extent.
That was all?
No, my dear Watson, not at all, by no means all. I would suggest, for example, that a presentation to a doctor is more likely to come from a hospital than from a hunt, and that when the initials CC are placed before the hospital, the words Charing Cross naturally suggest itself.
You may be right.
Well then, supposing that CCH does stand for Charing Cross Hospital, what further inferences may we draw?
I can only think the obvious conclusion is the man has practiced in town before going to the country.
On what occasion would it be most probable that such a presentation would be made? When would all his friends unite to give him a pledge of their goodwill? Obviously, at the moment when Dr. Mortimer withdrew from the service of this hospital in order to start in practice for himself. We know that there has been a presentation. We believe that there has been a change from a town hospital to a country practice.
As he entered, his eyes fell upon the stick in Holmes's hand, and he ran towards it with an exclamation of joy. Oh, I'm so very glad. I was not sure whether I'd left it here or in the shipping office. I would not lose that stick for the world.
A presentation, I see.
Yes.
From Charing Cross Hospital.
Oh, for one or two friends there on the occasion of my marriage.
Dear, that's bad.
Why is it bad?
Only that you've disarranged our little deductions. Your marriage, you say?
Yes, sir. I'm married, so I'm left the hospital. And with that, all hopes of a consulting practice. It was necessary to make a home of my own.
Come, we're not so far wrong after all, said Holmes. And now Dr. James Mortimer...
No, Mr. Sir. Mr.